noticed that when they came from deep frying, somewhere they are soft, somewhere they are bubbly, they are like crispy bubbles, somewhere small, somewhere big. And when flour is not fried, it's obviously smooth. The serveware of samosas are like a platter, a circular or rectangular. The chutneys are served in a nut bowls, the tea in beverages pot. The packaging is like somewhere it is served in a thin paper bag, somewhere in thick cardboard boxes, somewhere in triangular cardboard box, also in a rectangular. Prism kind of boxes are also available. Nowadays, full serving is also available in serving a triangular box with chutneys. So mostly it's served with chutneys in a rectangular or a circular platter. Chutneys are served in nut balls, as I have already told. Also, for garnishing, green chilies are also used. Samosa chaat is served in a round or cubical platter. The utensils used are a kadhai is used for frying the mashed potatoes, a long tray for mashing the potatoes, kadhai for deep frying, and a karchi to move the samosas in oil, a plate when the samosas are taken out from the oil. The serving is in nut bowls, round or rectangle plate. For making a dough, a big plate is used that is known as parat. So the tradition of samosa is samosas was introduced to the Indian subcontinent in the 13th and 14th century by traders from Central Asia. A document written around 1300 by Amir Khusro, he was a royal poet of the Sultanate, Delhi, where found he was written that the samosas were liked by the king and the queen, that is made out of the onions and meat. So the religious part is the samosas is originated in the Middle East and Central Asia. It then spread to Africa, Southeast Asia, South Asia and elsewhere. The term samosa and its variants cover a family of pastries and dumplings popular from northeastern Africa to western China. The feeling I got is a excited feeling when I start eating. It's feel like I can eat many. I save the top part, the tip part, for last to have a crispy taste that will make my mouth happy. The ambience I feel for samosas are like big kadhais full of oil where samosas are deep frying. An uncle is frying with a big karchi in hot areas, feel like a suffocating area something. The emotion is love, happiness, satisfaction and care for mother. Now I'll discuss the tangible aspects of the samosa. For 4 to 5 people, 5 to 8 samosas are being boiled. Boiled potatoes are used because they become soft and creamy and dissolves in mouth easily, where raw potatoes can't do that. Green peas are added more because it makes it little sweet. 2-3 green chilies are chopped into very thin slices so that they don't make it a lot spicy or not directly go into the people's mouth. Ginger inner part is added because it is more tastier and the outer part is little bitter sort of. The roti made for samosa is made very thin so that after frying the proper taste of alus can come. The potatoes change from an oval to irregular when they are mashed. The flour is in granular form, then it turns out to be a big form in a form of dough. When samosas are deep fried, their body turns little crispy kind of, and also fluffy, and it got bubbles. The color of the samosa is most important, that makes it eye-catching, what I feel. It turns out to be a colorful dish when served with both red and green chutneys, which attract people and make it look more tastier. The tamarind chutney is dull red in color that I have showed, which suit the golden brown, and else also the green chutney is sort of sap green, which goes with it. I daily eat a red chutney. That is the thing similar to that dish, I think. So now I am taking you to the analysis sheet of the samosas. So the keywords I have written for samosas are hot, crispy, soft inside, spicy, cheap, local, popular everywhere. It's a snack. Particular weather is favorable, rain. For the red chutney, it's tangy and sweet, little spicy also sometimes. The green chutney is spicy, fresh and refreshing because mostly it's made out of coriander or mint. Now I'm starting on my presentation. A samosa is a fried or baked pastry with a savory filling such as spiced potatoes, onions, peas, cheese, beef, and other meats or lentils. It may take different forms, including triangular cone or half moon shapes depending on the region. The Indian style, often accompanied by a chutney, is probably the most widely known of a broad family of recipes from Africa to China, which have origins in medieval times or earlier. Samosas are a popular appetizer or a snack in local cuisines of the Indian subcontinental, Western Asia, Southeast Asia, the Mediterranean, and Africa. Due to immigration and cultural diffusion from these areas, samosas today are often prepared in other regions. The word samosa can be traced to the Persian word sanbosag. The pastry name in other countries can also be derived from this root. Sambosa in Afghanistan, Shingara in Bengal, it's sweet. Sambosa in Tajikistan. Now I'm taking you through the history of the samosa. The samosa is originated in the Middle East, Central Asia. It then spread to Africa, Southeast Asia, South Asia, and elsewhere. The term samosa and its variant cover a family of pastries and dumplings. The samosa spread to India subcontinent following the invasion of Central Asian Turkic dynasties in the region. A praise of samosa as sanbosag can be found in 9th century poem by Persian poet Isbaq Aj Mavsili. Recipes for the dish are found in 10th to 13th century Arab cookery books under the names sanbosak, sanbosak, and sanbosaj, all of which are derived from Persian word sanbozag. In Iran, the dish was popular until the 16th century, but by the 20th century, its popularity was restricted to central provinces. I have researched on that, but I couldn't find any information about it. The Central Asian samsa were introduced to Indian subcontinent in 13th to 14th century by traders from Central Asia. Amir Khusro, a scholar and the royal poet of the Delhi Sultanate, wrote in around 1300 CE that the princes and nobles enjoyed the samosa prepared from meat, ghee, onions, and so on. This is the first picture when the samosas were made. Now I'll take you through the types of samosas prepared in India. The first is chole samosa, Punjabi samosa, chicken samosa, pasta samosa, egg samosa, paneer samosa, and so on, as I have added in my presentation. These are the different shapes in which samosas are prepared. It's like I can see a prawn shaped also, a flower shaped also, a shape of gujia also, a donut shape also, a pocket type of shape also. Now I'll tell you that how it is created in different states of India. In Delhi, Punjab, Himachal Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar and Uttarakhand, a bigger version of samosa, filling of samosa potatoes, peas, crushed green chilies, cheese and even dried fruits, as well as in other variations, is quite popular. In Odisha, West Bengal and Jharkhand, they are bit smaller compared to those in other parts of India. There are also sweeter versions such as Nargd or Shingara. Coconut Shingara is also available, as well as other filled with khoya and dipped in sugar syrup. In Hyderabad, small versions of the samosa with a thicker pastry crust and mince meat filling, referred to as lukmi, is consumed, as is another variation with onion filling. This is the process of the samosas that are made in my home. These are the mashed potatoes, mashed fried potatoes. This is dough, this is deep frying, this is samosas when they are taken out, and this is how they are served. So this is my story with the samosa. I'll share this also. Right now I'm feeling little shy. Now let's talk about the navrasas that I feel samosa have. The first is prem, for mama when she makes tasty dishes. Hasya, when we sit together, eat and laugh. Adbhut, when mama made samosas without telling, we feel surprised. Shanta, when we eat those samosas, we feel the satisfaction and peace. So this is the sensory touch of a samosa.